And they're under this video that I did last night about the cubes, these cube satellites. They're all over this place. They're called the cube stats. And this one comment by Lisa, Lisa W. Living in Austin on the 3rd floor, my 3rd floor apartment, my kids and I were watching the fireworks on New Year's, and these lines of cubes came rolling in straight at us. We tried to film it on our phones, but nothing showed up on the videos, which is very telling when you try to document something. You think, oh, I'm going to get that, and then something, your phone's capability is neutralized. Rows of cubes from San Antonio over Austin, from one end of the city way out to the other, flying low and silent. They roll over us, unturned, straight line. Good morning, Marcy. Roll over our neighborhood and went back towards San Antonio. Very strange. So it's this video last night that I did, you know, because this is real. These are real. They got them really, really small, like 10 centimeters. And I started answering it. I thought it might have well been something much different than satellites. Might actually be like a Borg-like cube, like Star Trek. And then I said, what if we're being assimilated? What if we're being assimilated? The technology that we have today is super, super advanced. And I've been documenting, you know, frame by frame, strange anomalies. It's not pixelation. It's not. It's some type of advanced intelligence that is being used. The CGI, the artificial, all of this kind of stuff. It's advanced. So what does it mean? What if we are being assimilated? And if you think about the Borg, really, I typed that in. I typed it in. I typed it in, you all. What if we are being assimilated? Do we really want, let's see right here. Here's a thing of assimilation. Let me look this. What happens when you are assimilated? The process of assimilating, good morning, involves taking on the traits of the dominant culture to such a degree that the assimilating group becomes socially indistinguishable from the other members of the society. As such, assimilation is the most extreme form of acculturation. And then, look at this. Right here, we've got Mr. Jean-Luc Picard. That was a scary one. It really was. I didn't like any of those. It was very dark. Here, listen, this is important, what I'm going to say now, because assimilation does occur in normal lives. It occurs in the workplace and stuff on a human-like level. But what happens when you feel like, okay, society itself is being assimilated, or not just one country, maybe a whole entire species is being assimilated? Let's see what the Borg does. Let's see what the Borg does. Okay. How does a human become a Borg? The Borg co-opt the technology and knowledge of other alien species to the collective through the process of assimilation, forcibly transforming individual beings into drones by injecting nanoprobes into their bodies and surgically augmenting them with cybernetic components. And he forced, that's what the Borg did. You didn't have a choice when it came to the Borg. You were forced Gina, honey, that is just science fiction. Is it science fiction? Come on now, we assimilate. You want to blend in. But if you think about it, they forcibly transform individual beings into drones, a collective. Good morning, Susan B. Honey. Into a collective by injecting nanoprobes into their bodies. And then, you'll surgically get augmented. Watch this. So, ultra small nanoprobes, ultra small nanoprobes could be a leap forward in machine enhanced humans, or cyborgs as they are known in science fiction, could be one step closer to becoming a reality thanks to new technology. Nanos in the human body, medical perspectives, and nano applications, by contrast, are tiny devices deliberately inserted into the human body as a tool for tracking, diagnosis of treatment delivery. Shape-shifting nanoprobes report on internal body. Scientists have developed a new type of shape-shifting nanoprobes that can perform high-resolution remote biological sensing not possible before. So nanoprobes. But how does one become a Borg? If the Borg came, and we've got black cubes, we got cubes. In the movie Star Trek, the Borg assimilated the planet, the species, by injecting forcibly transforming individual beings into drones by injecting nano into their bodies, forcibly injecting the nanos into their bodies. No, there's no other way to look at this. No other way to look at this. When they go through assimilating, just like on the Star Trek, they find a world, they got their sights set on that world, and they destroy that whole entire species so that they can add them to collectives. They go from planet to planet to planet and assimilate them. We're living in the sci-fi. We really are. That's what it seems like. There's too much synchronicity going on, way too much synchronicity occurring. We should not be able to look at the movie, The Borg, the series, The Borg, knowing what the Borg does in science fiction, how they did that with their they co-opt the technology and knowledge of other alien species to the collective. We got the iCloud too. Everything goes to the cloud. Through the process of assimilation, forcibly transforming the individuals into drones by injecting nanoprobes into their bodies. They forcibly did it. That's what the Borg does. Forcibly. You will receive that. You'll be forced to receive it. Resistance is futile. It's futile. They make it quite clear on Star Trek. It is futile. They go, and then it starts getting into your body. This black stuff starts going through their veins. That's what it looks like when you get injected with the nanoprobes from the Borg. It like black stuff going all through your veins, goes through your face, and it's not a pretty picture. It's not. It got really dark all of a sudden. It really did. The Borg transformation, Borg assimilation. I want to see some pictures of it. I wasn't going to get on this early, but her comment, yeah, that's okay. I can do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Now see how they did Jane like that with the memory alpha. Boom. They forced it in her neck. They're forcing it into theirs, assembly. They're forcing it with their injections into their bodies. They didn't have the assimilation process, how it happened with Jean-Luc Picard. He was assimilated. And we have wearable technology that is somewhat similar to this. It's high-end tech. And there will be a collective with the Neuralink. You will be collected. You'll be connected with the Neuralink just like this. You will when you take it. Look at her right there, coming in there, getting him just like that. Gina, that sci-fi. No, no. It's not. Look at, we got the cube. Star Trek ascendancy. You're going to ascend. You're going to ascend. Why did they call it ascendancy? Really? Borg assimilation. So it is much deeper than that. There's satellites up there. There's little cubes, all different sizes. And like I was saying last night, early in the wee hours of this morning, if you see little cubes flying in and out of the clouds, you're seeing what you're seeing with your physical eyes. They exist. They're up there. And so are the great big black cubes. The black cubes with the lights coming from them, and they are a species. There is a species in those cubes. And it really does, you all. It sounds like we're being assimilated. Assimilated. The Borg. How does a human become a Borg? A Borg. We are Borg. We are many. Because they are a collective. Yeah, look at this. What is an example of assimilation in the United States? What species are humans to the Borg? What species were Borg originally? And how long can a Borg live? What does it take to assimilate? So, see, I never even knew they used that word. You know, assimilate. You take on the culture. So what if we are being terraformed? Earth is being terraformed. Earth is being assimilated. Humanity is being assimilated because a highly advanced species like the Borg arrived here thousands and thousands of years ago and saw a planet rich in resources, and yet a species that was in the way. And they decided they wanted to take over that planet, and they were willing to wait thousands and thousands of years until they could totally assimilate the whole entire population, force everyone, rich, poor, great, small, big, small, old, young, it didn't matter, forcibly makes them, okay, forcibly transforming individual beings into drones. You're all going to have a hive mind mentality, injecting the nanoprobes into their bodies and surgically augmenting them with cybernetic components. But we've got nanoprobes that they use and they put into people's bodies nowadays. Isn't that just a coincidence? You think that's just a coincidence, you all? Look, how can nanotechnology help repair your body? Because you'll be part of the collective. That's how. It's specifically designed to make the host body, get the body ready. The nano stuff gets the body ready for the takeover, to forcibly transform your individual being into the drone, injecting the nanoprobes into your body. Look at that. Particles. The triboelectricity of the human body. It's going to improve your performance with nanotechnology-based implants as replacements for human organs. You all know. Listen, Nanotechnology, the Borg forcibly, and he forced individuals, injecting them with nanoprobes into their bodies to take over the host planet, the planet they're at, terraforming it, taking over the species, adding in the species to their collective. Then you no longer have your soul. You don't. Your soul belongs to the Borg. That's what happened. They were no longer humans. They were just an empty shell of what they used to be, really. Gina, you have went over the deep end now. No, I did not. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Um, we are a spiritual collective. You could say, well, you've been assimilated. Well, we've been assimilated into the army of light that's going to sweep over this planet and rid it of the darkness once and for all, rid it of the evil that's on this earth. For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, they have been, let's just say this, for thousands of years, we have been following this species for thousands and thousands of years, following it, studying it, waiting to catch up to it. And we're here. They think they're one step ahead of us, but they're not. We're here. They will be stopped. They're going to be stopped one day. It may not be in my lifetime on this earth. It may not be in your lifetime, but they will be stopped one day. They're not the only species. This Borg is not the only species that is so far advanced. No, there's other species that are a lot more advanced, but they are becoming so numerous they are. So let me see this. So nanotechnology, what if we are being assimilated? That's how this all came about. And the Borg forcibly transforms individuals, injecting them, get the body ready for assimilation. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They find you anywhere. See, they want you to enjoy it. Now, I like sci-fi. I used to like sci-fi, but I don't watch any movies anymore. They had a Borg queen, 7 of 9, but you have the black cube. We got cubes all over the place, you all. Look, they even got data, but data pretended. How on earth he did it, because I guess he might have been an advanced species. But it's not a pleasant thought. You know, trying to be a Borg, it's not a pleasant, what on earth? What is this? What is this game, you all? Do you know what this is? Targeted for a simulation? What kind of game is that? Garrick Ick? A necessary evil? But then look at this species right here. Assimilated an entire galaxy. Who assimilated an entire galaxy? Who was responsible? These creatures? The cube, the black cube. Oh well. With their laser beams. So this came about a comment from the video I shared last night. It's called Sat Cubes, Satellites, Miniature Satellites, Probes all over the Earth, all in the sky, big or small. And we've got really images of cubes. It came from that video last night, but we're looking at the technology. And you may feel like you're being assimilated. You may feel like Earth is being assimilated. Really. Well, if you feel like you're being assimilated, reminds me of the Borg. How do they assimilate? The Borg co-op technology. How do you become a Borg? You want to become a Borg? Well, this is how you can become a Borg. Oh my goodness. The species, this alien species, the Borg would go through the places. They co-opt the technology and knowledge of other alien species to the collective through the process of assimilation. You want to become a Borg? Well, you can be forcibly transformed individual being into a drone. You just let them inject nanoprobes into your bodies because you're going to be forced. Forcible transformation of nanoprobes into your bodies, and you can get surgically augmented with them, and you can get somatic components, because that's what the Borg does. They forcibly they inject you with nanoprobes. So is the Borg out there? I'm sure a Borg-like species is out there. I really am, because we got the nanoprobes in our bodies. The nanoprobes, they forcibly, ultra small nanoprobes, nanos in the human body, shape-shifting nanoprobes in your body. You got it all. Shape-shifting nanoprobes, so that we can be added to the collective. That way, nobody has the upper hand. We have to, how did Mr. Musk put it? We have to coexist with the Borg, more or less, by having this technology into our body with the Neuralink. That way you're connected, and we all have superior intelligence, and no one species has the absolute control. With that technology falls into hands of a few people, he said, they'll have the supreme knowledge. But if we can have the technology in our bodies, then we will be like them, and they won't have the upper hand. I'm done talking. I am. So if you didn't know it, in the series, The Borg, Star Trek, they forced everyone forcibly, and it kind of sounded like a revelation, book of Revelation. It's Sunday, it's a book of Revelation. He forced all, rich, poor, free, slave. But you know, if you don't got the nanoprobes in your body, you're not going to be able to get according to the Borg, you got to get the nanoprobes flowing through your body. And it did look like a black substance. Did you, is the Borg, do they like inject this black substance into the people's body, and the black stuff runs through their veins? Is that what I saw? The black stuff rolling through the veins in the face, and they just took over their veins? Yeah. So, hello, Tony Rivera. I know this is not a good Mother's Day message you all, but that was my train of thought this morning. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, look over here while we do this. And there are reptilian species. There's reptilians, there's all kinds of things out there. Take a species that you want to focus on. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. There's lots of things going on. We can just focus on any type of area, because we got it all going on, all kinds of sci-fi in real life that we can focus on, you all. Never a dull moment on Earth. Really think about it. Never a dull moment. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Pick your drama. Pick your drama, but you don't let the drama live inside of you. Keep the peace and keep the love on the inside. Yeah. Shape-shifting nanoprobes inside your body. That's a first. Reminds me of the Transformers, when that liquid thing, it was like a liquid and it could take on any shape. But yet they have done studies, and we did a video on this channel, working on this like graphene stuff, and it can take shapes. Look at this. So shape-shifting nanoprobes report on your internal body conditions using the magnetic fields with a magnetic disc. So you can have the nanoprobes in your body. Is polymers, layers of polymer, hydrogel, polymer chains that are hydrophilic, absorb water, able to expand significantly depending upon the level of moisture in the environment in which they are used. Um, um, I don't know if these are in their body, but they say they report on internal body conditions, so I guess they're inside your body, just like the Borg nanoprobes. They forcibly transform your individual beings into drones by injecting the nanoprobes in their bodies, surgically augmenting them with cybernetic components. Yeah. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in this morning. And look at this. Is a simulation good or bad? It all depends on really your point of view, how you want to look at it. If you want to have super intelligence, then to you, I guess that's going to sound really good to have the nanoprobes in your body like the Borg, and not look so graphic like the Borg. Let's think about it. If you could look like the Borg, if you could still have an essence of yourself and have this advanced technology inside of you, there are some who might like it. They really might like it. But you got the Borg Queen, and she doesn't look too pleasant at all. She doesn't. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, you all. So I am going to go. And I know this is a short video. 7:54 a.m. in the morning. Happy Mother's Day. Sorry about the assimilation on Mother's Day. We don't want to be assimilated, you all. We don't want the Borg to forcibly assimilate us and forcibly stick these nano things into our body and augment our body so that we become part of their collective. We don't. How can we avoid the Borg assimilation? That's the question. How can we avoid being added to their collective? They'll get a lot of people. According to the series, they've got a lot of civilizations that they have assimilated into their collective, a lot of species. If you don't want to be a part of that species, you might want to find out how you're going to resist the Borg, the nanoprobes. You don't want them to come up and you in the neck like that, because that wouldn't be too pleasant at all. It would not. Oh my gosh, it looked kind of techy. You'll look really techy, like a robot, and you can get costumes. It might look cool, but I'm telling you, it is not going to feel cool. Your friends may not even recognize you on an individual level anymore because you turned into a Borg. You turned into a Borg. You exchanged your mortal body for part of their technology. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. There they will. You all have a great day too. I know I come on here a lot and I do sleep. I do get rest. I only come on here when I feel led within my spirit to come on here. And then some other times I just like to come on here and say hello. I do, but this is serious what we're talking about. It's really serious. See his, I want to see his face on Memory Alpha. It's Star Trek Memory Alpha. That's what it is. We can't really see. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. It's so, see, yeah, they got him. The black stuff got into his veins. Oh, that looked like the Varil. Don't look at that, you all don't. Stage, let me see what happened. I'm gonna, you all, stage 1. Okay, we gotta, you all, even though it's Mother's Day, we gotta go through the Star Trek stages of how you become a Borg. If you are forcibly caught by the Borg and they forcibly take their big and get you and put the nanoprobes in your body, well, you need to know if we're living in a sci-fi world, you need to know what is the process, the end goal according to the Borg. Stage 1, the Borg gets a hold of you. The victim is injected with nanoprobes. That's stage 1 of a simulation. Because what if we are being assimilated? Stage 1. We're looking at this sci-fi assimilation, and this is on Alpha Memory Alpha Fandom. So this is all sci-fi, and we got a federation that's trying to fight the Borg. We're trying to fight it. We got a galactic federation of light that is trying to fight the Borg. Let's just throw in the Galactic Federation trying to stop the Borg from assimilating another planet. Look, this is past tense. Assimilation was the process by which the Borg added new members and new technology to the collective. They stole it. They got drones, cybernetic, the best of both worlds. They wanted to, the year is 2370. The Borg had assimilated thousands of species. But they had whatever, but let's look. If you want to become a Borg, this is how you're going to get it. They're going to inject you physically. You're going to force you to receive this right here in your body. The nanoprobes get in your body. And then your skin begins mottling, or whatever it is. Mottling, I don't know what that means, but you're going to get black stuff going through your veins. That's the second stage. The third stage, oh, that looks kind of catastrophic mutating event in 2 years. Remember that? The Earth will face a catastrophic mutating event in 2 years. Stage 3, the World Economic Forum. That's what they said. A catastrophic mutating event. Stage 3, the nanoprobes will form rudimentary implants in your body, and you will become linked to the hive mind, and you will fall under the collective's control. At this stage, the victim's life signs appear erratic. This is stage 3 of Borg technique assimilation. It starts off like that, but they really forced you right there. I mean, you could avoid them. You could run away from them if you could, but they forced you right there. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 4 is one of the victim's limbs or other body parts is amputated and replaced with a cybernetic implant, while other technology is added as needed. So stage 4 is you will get an implant in some part of your body. Stage 5, and it's kind of gross, but one of your eyes will be augmented for the Borg assimilation, augmented with an eyepiece, which can either grow due to the nanoprobes or be surgically added. I don't want to show it because it's kind of graphic. That's stage 5. Stage 6 is completion, is most of the victim's hair will fall out. And although this was not always the case, that's stage 4. They're speaking past tense. Gina, this is sci-fi, really. Stage 7. Oh, this is kind of gross. Exoplating is added, usually directive over top the victim's clothing. Exoskeleton. You're going to have an exoskeleton. Stage 7. Stage 8. The new drone is given a designation according to its function in the collective. By now, the victim's life signs no longer read as the original species. Stage 7. And assimilation is complete. Assimilation is complete. You may be able to look at this and draw some parallels that are occurring in your world today. You may. You probably do. I can. In this world, I can draw some parallels. I really didn't. I don't really dwell on the Borg. I don't. It's only that comment that triggered it because my mind's been on AI and going thing like that. But when I thought, what does it mean to be assimilated? They forcibly, you will be forced, everyone rich, poor, free, slave. Look at it in the book of Revelation, going to receive a mark. Okay. Individual beings into drones by injecting nanoprobes into their bodies, surgically augmenting them with cybernetic components. That's the end stage. You will be cybernetic. So stage 1, 2, 3. That's how the Borg does it. Nanoprobes into your body. Okay, I'm sorry. We got nanoprobes. Nanoparticles, nanoprobes on the human body. And then you become Borg. And then those are the stages right there. Stage 1, stage 2. I hope our skin doesn't do that. I hope I don't see people's skin doing that. Stage 3, that's a mutating event. Maybe that's the mutating event. You all know. That's enough. That's not a, Gina, honey, that's not a good Mother's Day thing. I'm sorry, you all. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. We're already seeing some of those characteristics in the skin and the one eye, Susan B. Honey. Isn't that strange, you all? It really is. I mean, I like Star Trek. I really do. Have I watched Star Trek? I haven't watched Star Trek. I stopped watching TV back in, I think, 2012 or not 2012. Maybe when we moved here, it was shortly thereafter. Well, we moved here in 2004, in the spring of 2004. So perhaps it was around the 2012, 13, 14. Only thing I would really watch would be like Lord of the Rings. When that came out, that was nice to just watch it. Something to not focus on this advanced technology like that. Technology can be good, used for good and or evil. It can, but I really hope that Earth is not under not falling into the assimilation process, like the Borg. I hope a species has not terraformed the Earth in order to take over like they did in the Borg. Other species, forget it. I'm done. I'm done. Memory alpha. That's it, you. I was just referring to comments about this because there's cubes all over the place. This was done in the wee hours of the morning. You can see that video. Can I go to the channel? No, I can. That's me right now. And this was the cube that we did last night right there. Do you see flying cubes? Because they're all over the world. And then him. I don't know what's going on. There are dominant species. And the Borg do have enemies. They do. They have enemies on this earth also. So, yeah. It's like he who is not against us is with us, more or less. If you're not against us, you're with us. Okay. I'm going to go, you all. So thank you. Gina, you said a bunch of nothing. I said a bunch of a whole lot of stuff. I did. So thank you all. Thank you, Susan, honey. You missed something? Oh, Susan B. Honey, that's okay. It was in the wee hours of the morning. I woke up around midnight. I thought, I'm going to get on the internet. And I found these satellite cubes that they made. So these are all the past live streams. If you all ever wonder, Gina, did you do a video? Go straight to the home page. And sometimes they will not show you all the videos. But you just check the individual. If you wanted to check for an individual upload that I done, if I had done an upload, these are the normal uploads that I do. These are not live, it's just a video upload. And these are all the live videos. I rarely do a shorts, so you won't see very many. So these are all the live videos that I've done, which is a lot. A whole lot of live videos, you all. Too many to keep up with. But it's okay. It is. I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day and happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. That's right. Sometimes, you know, the dad is the mother. The dad takes on all the responsibility of the mother and stuff like that, even vice versa on Father's Day. The mother has to be the father also, you all. So it's okay, you all. And happy Mother's Day. And have a wonderful day if I don't see you again today. But you might see me. It all depends on how busy I get around the house. Love you. Aw. You never get to come on the chat. Aw, that's okay, Crystal Cat, honey. That's all right, you all. Have a wonderful day. And it's really something to think about. The stages of a simulation according to the Borg theory. Go look it out. If you're coming in at the end of the video, go look at it. 41:14. 41 minutes and 14 seconds. Love you.